Oh, okay. This. Oh, okay. Now this is more like it right here. Oh, it's kind of choppy. This is more like I look more at myself right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I was using a motherfucker. Now for my music videos, I use a DSLR, Canon. Now it's right here. What I was doing for these videos, I was using this punk ass Handycam right here. That's why y'all kept seeing me look over and stuff like that. And every time I upload a motherfucking video, past 25 minutes, it'll chop my shit the fuck up. And when I import it, and also I didn't even look right. Yeah, you know, it give you that commercial, that movie look. You know how they say that, how they make you look on cameras and shit. It was all too close and shit. I look more at myself. Hey, so this is more. I like this look. So let's get into it. Flight boss, bitch. You're now listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're gonna talk about entering into the Yang realm in the Yin realm. Now, a lot of people ain't know that there was a Yang realm in the Yin realm. And the shit go on and on and on depending on what level of realm of reality or existence that you on. And throughout this video, what you need to understand is this is going to be a situation where yes, I'm gonna X some of this shit up. Stop skipping. Or I don't know if it's skipping or not. But a lot of this shit is shit that you may not even experience for like trillions of years. You may have to experience hundreds of vessels, thousands of realms of realities, and different dimensions within this orb, this orb right here, within this orb only, before you even get the gist of what I'm about to talk about. So if you're a person right now, start analyzing, start thinking, saying I'm going too deep, I'm going too far, saying it's the weed, then you may haven't even experienced this in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And you may have to experience trillions of years of this realm of reality to even begin the gist of it. Now, just gotta skip it. I hope it don't skip. Oh, there it go. Oh, there it go. Okay. Now check this out. Check this out. Before we even get into understanding, because a lot of y'all fully don't even understand the motherfucking Yin realm yet. So before we even get into the Yin realm to understand the motherfucking the Yang realm within the Yin realm, we gotta break some things down, because it's all one at the end of the day anyway. And the more you know how to blend between the right and left brain, what you're consciously aware of and what you're subconsciously aware of, the better you'll start to understand what I'm talking about. Now, before we get into anything, let's talk about a demigod. The actual demigods. Not all this frivolous punk ass shit that y'all people gonna see on the internet. Y'all know when I say shit, it ain't nothing like nobody else is saying it. And it's the truth. Now this is the real demigods. The real demigods sit and lies in the center of a galaxy. All galaxies have a center. So actually, it is the galaxy. But the center of the galaxy is really, it appears like the center to you, but really it's like the head. So say if you was a galaxy, right? Your head would be like or whatever realm of reality you in, because every realm of reality ain't just about heads. Whatever realm of reality you in that's generating the most conscious energy is where it's going to be, where the source is going to be facilitated. So when you look at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, some may say this is a eye. People say it's an eye. You know what I'm saying? Some people say it's a hole, which is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a beginning, a starter point reference. But I'm gonna tell you, it's a spiral, just a galaxy spiral. But I'm gonna tell you what the shit really is in the center of the galaxy. What that shit really is just another star that's emitting so much energy that whatever space is around it has to conform to its laws and ideas, aka its imagination. Now everything is conscious beings. Don't be thinking shit ain't conscious beings. Now understand this. Understand this for a second. Now, as the motherfucking as it's now, what is a source? What is energy? We know everything is frequency, vibration, and energy. So frequency is your space, your idea, your timeline, your line of events. Then your spirit gets turned into a soul when it goes into a realm of reality. So it's constantly going in. It comes second. It's your time, your experience, your movement, your emotion, your vibration. You know what I'm saying? Your ability to move within a vessel. See what I'm saying? Then the energy is what matters to become matter and to become solid. That can facilitate your soul. So your spirit and soul is one and the same. It's just your spirit is your idea. Your soul is the ability to experience that idea in your time, in whatever timeline you're in. So, check this out. If we know that, then, right, we know light is a source of energy, right? So, light is actually a formulation of spirit and soul, but a lot of spirit and soul. So, if you're a human and you want to go emit some light, to make me consciously aware of you, for me to see your ability to be seen, you have to act on something or share your viewpoints or something or share your way of seeing something, right? That's your three forms of being able to do it. Now, that's how you emit light. So think about this. Think about people who got a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of vitality, a lot of light, right? So they're able to shine. They're able to be, to look like a star. You see what I'm saying? People could pay attention to them. They could be a source of something for people. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, what you have to understand is something that's bright is just something that has a lot of spirit, a lot of soul. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of spirit, having a soul, is the ability to express that spirit. You see what I'm saying? And once you express that spirit, it automatically becomes a soul because it's in a realm of reality that is able to take the spiritual elements and be able to shape it in some type of way. So I got an idea. I could dance. Boom, I start dancing. That's my soul. You see the soul in me. And what I'm doing it through is what matters. My energy, my body, my physical. You see what I'm saying? So if we see things that's less dense, less physical, emitting a lot of light, then it's something that absorbs a lot of spirits and souls. You eat souls. You eat spirits. So let's not get that out. Let's not get that. When you get spiritually fed, when you get a lot of ideas and you're consciously aware of a lot of things, then when you have to drain that energy, once you get so full, right, it goes down. Then it goes second. What comes second? Your vibration. It goes into your soul. You start to express one of those thoughts and the emotions, which you start to give it a feeling and an emotion. Boom, you give it a vibration now. Then once you get catch so many feelings and emotions, now you have to get your soul have to get drained, right? So how you do that? You express these feelings and emotions, right? And after you do so much of that, what happens? Now your physical have to eat. So how you eat with the physical is things that you're physically attracted to eat. You see what I'm saying? So when we want to look at the center of a galaxy, what it actually is something that's emitting so much energy, aka it got so much light, so much spirit and soul that it's able to create and have a whole realm of reality from it. So to know how old a galaxy is, it's like a tree. You count how many spirals it has. And you live within one of them spirals, within one of them dimensions. Now, one of them years of knowledges. You see what I'm saying? So 9 trillion years to a galaxy, to you, maybe like 70 years or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So, in your human time. So, all right, now we got that out the way. Now, what is a galaxy actually doing? Now, look at it like this. There's 9 dimensions. If you want to know my numbers based upon the 9 dimensions, go to my videos. Now, I'm going to give you the 9 dimensions based upon the 9-dimensional vessels you can inhabit. And I got a video on this too that goes in deeper. But this is going to give you a quick ramifications of what's going on. Now, the first dimension is the spirit. Second dimension, spirit becomes a soul. Third dimension becomes a body. You see what I'm saying? And now it can inhabit a vessel, a body, right? Then it repeats itself again. Fourth dimension is an oversoul. Fifth dimension is in training to be a planet, right? And then sixth dimension, a planet is becoming a star. You see what I'm saying? So now you're starting to see how things going. You're starting to see the spirit goes into a soul. Now souls start to have many feelings and vibrations. Then that all goes into a globe, a being, and it gets to express many spirits and souls, right? So this you already in training and absorbing, right? Now, as the third dimension go to the fourth dimension, oversoul is here to absorb all that. And then if an oversoul is training to become a planet, then that means a planet is eating oversouls. So if a oversoul got all the energy of what came before it, then now you see how powerful the planet fifth dimension no vessel is. Now the sixth dimensional vessel is the sun. It can absorb all the energies of planets. This is why planets is in rotations and they follow the sun. The sun need them in a fellow rotation, or is some source that they have. Each of these sources from each planet is something that helps the sun keeps to generate, while the sun can generate its own energy. Now that's the sixth dimensional vessel. The central star. You know what I'm saying? So the star is like a mimicking version of the verse, or AKA the center of the solar system, the center of the center of a galaxy. See what I'm saying? Same way you are in the third dimension. Now, the seventh dimension is a solar system. So when all the planets become one, they become that one being as the solar system, and then that's a conscious awareness. However high or low you're vibrating when you're in that realm of reality, whether you're an animal or a human in that realm of reality. You see what I'm saying? Now, in that realm of reality, it's like this. Motherfucking, as a solar system, you're here to absorb more solar systems. So the more solar systems you absorb, you can become an eighth dimensional being, which is a galaxy. You see what I'm saying? A galaxy. Now, once a galaxy, now this is what we're talking about now. This is the real demigods. And the headship of this being, of all this being, the conscious awareness and the eyeball, the one eye being, the one eye God that I was talking about in my old videos, is the galaxy you in. And the galaxy is the real demigod, right? And it's an eighth dimensional being. And the more they absorb all the previous, the more they absorb solar systems, right? This makes the spiral bigger, and the bigger the spiral get, in time you can understand that story. If it start absorbing other galaxies and shit like that, ultimately it becomes the whole verse. It becomes the whole universe. See what I'm saying? So that's why it's in training to be a verse. So we know there's a lot of galaxies out here. We know that there's a galaxy that haven't been a verse. Now a galaxy consciousness. Now we all play out these roles. And look, like we said, the higher you are, the lower you want to be. The lower you are, the higher you want to be. So think about it. You in 3D. You in a third dimensional vessel, right? You might can be aware of fourth dimension and fifth dimension by your spirit and soul, but you in a third dimensional vessel. So just think about it. You are a miniature version of a verse. These motherfuckers is dying to be you. They like, damn, I can live within myself and create some whole new shit. You better appreciate being a motherfucking human. You motherfucker. Shit. Some of y'all keep carrying the traits of y'all old vessels. Some of y'all was dinosaurs, animals, wolves, snakes, all this kind of shit. Dogs, bitches, rats, roaches, rodents, leeches. And y'all motherfuckers are still playing them roles today. To the point that y'all go get crystals and animal totems to even relate that to y'all. Man, y'all get the fuck up out of that conscious. We on some other shit. But look, check this out. Check this out. Now, when you want to talk about, now, we're going to get into how you can get into getting into the yang realm within the yin realm. Now I have to write this down so I don't lose track. You know what I'm saying? So, going into the yang realm within the yin realm. Now that we got everything out the way. Because look, here's how humans may play out galaxy vessel being consciousness. Because think about it like this: when you go into a land or go into a certain country, there's a certain language, and there's a number system, and there's certain languages, right? That everybody agree and abide by, right? So it don't matter where you come from. When you go into that country, you got no choice but to abide by them laws and agreements and terms. And if you go against the grain, you're just going to be seen as rebellious and unwilling, or a person that's negligent, or a person who's understanding, right? So think about the people who created a language, the people who created certain systems. These people was working off galaxy vessel type consciousness. You know what I'm saying? God-like consciousness. Demigod-like consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Oversoul-like consciousness, planetary-like consciousness. So this is the type of mind state they was in. So a lot of these people are closer to becoming these things than you are. You see what I'm saying? Now here's the tricky part. We finna get into some real tricky shit right now, because we're gonna talk about getting into the Yang realm within the Yin realm. Now check this out. Now, when you access this, you can do two things with all this energy you absorb. You can do two things. Either go within and create for the light, or become your own source of light. Now, there's no right or wrong to either one of these, but I'm finna break it down to give you a better understanding what this is. Now that you know what light is, it's just an absorption of a whole bunch of solar spirits. Just like you, like look at stars and celebrities, or look at you. If you know you somebody, right? The more ideas and thoughts you come up with, you want to admit that out. You want to get that across to people, right? So the more people who agree to your terms and conditions, aka agree to your ideas and feelings, aka your spirit and soul, and the more you absorb, the more people pay attention to you, the more you absorb their spirit and soul. So you're able to do something with that energy. You're a bright, shining light. You see what I'm saying? So you can either do two things with that energy. Work with that energy for an agenda, for whatever that energy backing you, or utilize that energy for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. All right, well, let's get into it. And you're going to see this, after I explain this, you're going to see this going on throughout society in America all day and everywhere, not just America. Now, okay, now that you access this energy, you can do two things with all this energy you absorb throughout the trillions of years you've been in realms of realities. Now you can either go within and create for these lights that you've been up under, or you could become your own source of light. Now what I mean by this is you have to understand now the galaxy that you're in, when you sit down just being, right, you're just being yourself. You're being your own idea. You're being your own feelings and emotions. So when you start to receive thoughts and ideas, your ability to resist and come to a terms and agreement that you manifested your thought and your feelings, aka your spirit and your soul. So those get emitted. So everyone who was vibrating on the level you was vibrating on when you did those thoughts and feelings, aka those spirits and souls,